Welcome to episode number 101, 101 of Statistic. I'm here with uh, Dawson from Albany State, and I'm excited to hear his story on how he uh, played for Albany State and everything else. So welcome.
Welcome, man. Thank you for having me, man.
So my first question is, how did your recruiting process go towards the beginning of your high school career?
Um, at the beginning of my high school career, I would say I was a little bit undersized. Um, I was a little bit undersized, but I was always talented. So I played junior varsity my first year. Then my 10th grade year, I found my way having some playing time on the football field. I had a good season. We went to like the third round of the playoff. I was around some older guys that showed me the game, and I got some experience. My 11th grade year, I was actually doing good. I was playing offense. And the second game, I had 3 catches for 108 yards, like 2 touchdowns. Then the third game came around, I crushed my thumb, and I was out for the rest of the season. So I had a chip on my shoulder coming back for my senior year. And my senior year, I helped lead my team to the playoffs. We through the regular season, we were 10-0. We was 10-0, and then we lost to Madison County in like the first or second round of the playoffs. And then from then on, I got nominated to be in the North versus South All-Star game in Florida. So I attended the game, and I guarded some big time receivers and ended up winning MVP of the All-Star game there. And I met a few guys, bonded with a few guys. If you look up these guys, David White, Austin Reed, them guys currently got put in the NFL this past year. So my high school career ended pretty well, and then that's when I met Coach Bell. He had attended the All-Star game, and Coach Bell, he was a recruit for Dawson State University, and that's where I went at coming out, going into college. So my freshman year there, we won a national championship there. It was a great group of guys. We showed each other love, you know what I mean? Had great leadership, and we went on to win a national title. So 2019, that was my sophomore year. Like I say, I had some experience. I was being led by a great group of guys that had experience, and I had gotten in a little trouble towards the end of the season because I got distracted, doing things I didn't have no business, and I kind of fell short of finishing the season because we were supposed to repeat it and went back to nationals that year. And I believe we would have if a lot of a couple players, played their role like it's supposed to, include myself. And it kind of set me back for 2 years because after that year, COVID had hit 2020. That was rough for everyone. COVID had hit, and like I say, I had got on academic probation due to me getting in trouble and sitting out. And during that time, I had to really dig deep and find myself. So I got into the path of following God and, reading books and just basically learning myself and dealing with the things I've caused me and the people that supported me. And after that, I made a comeback. I would say that was 2022. 2022, I made a comeback. We had a losing season at Dawson State. 2022, we went like 5-6, I believe. I can't quite remember, but during that time or halfway through that season, I messed up my shoulder and ended up having to get surgery. So then coming into 2023 spring, at the end of spring, I say around about April, May, I thought had been preparing myself, recovering, you know what I mean? And the coaches basically told me that they was releasing me from the team. So like I said, I went back into the hole until finding myself and working out and therapy a whole year without knowing where I'm gonna go and everything like that. And I was best friends with a few guys, Sean Coleman, Akil Lanfley, and we was working hard. And me and Akil, we was in the transfer portal together, and we visited a few schools together. And he got an opportunity from Albany State University, and I used to have And I remember being blue, my dreams and stuff like that. So I decided to speak with him and discuss with him, and he got the word in to some coaches there at Albany State. So I went on a visit there. They put me through a workout, and once they put me through the workout, they seen how talented I was and the potential I had. So they gave me a shot and offered me a scholarship to go to Albany State University. So I left Valdosta State University that year, and then and left to attend Albany. So when I got to Albany, Albany is a great school. You know what I mean? Great coaches and everything. It's a little different from Valdosta, but I went there with the mindset of I'm gonna do everything I can to, you know what I'm saying, leave everything I got on the field. And like I said, things started off slow. They didn't quite, you know what I'm saying. They had some players there that they had to be loyal to, I say, because you know how that goes within the school systems of playing ball. Like they have players that they confident in and trust on the field. So I know I'm better than certain guys, and they're playing in front of me. And like I say, I was getting shaky a little bit mentally, and like I say, I was getting shaky a little bit mentally, but I never really like let it throw me off my game. So every time I got my opportunity to get in the game, I tried to make a play, and it got me through the season. And we got to our last game, or a few games before. I would say it was like Edward Waters or something like that. Senior night, I had ended up breaking my hand. So I broke my hand. I knew it was broke because when I was running and stuff, it just felt like it was just falling off the bone, and it was crazy, man. It was excruciating pain, and I'm like, nah, man, I can't end my season like this. I don't care what's going on. I'm finna play with this broke hand. So I went to the athletic trainer and had him do his thing and wrap it up. And I got back out there, and it was the second play of the game that I broke my hand at Edwards Waters, and that was like a few games before our last game. And I was like, nah, man, I'm about to finish this season. Like I ain't going out like this, you know what I mean? Because I knew my potential and how good I was on the football team and how I stood out when I was out there playing a lot of snaps. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna finish. So I ended up having to finish in that game and had a great game that game. And I kept playing. Ended up playing Fort Valley. And they had like one of the best running backs in Division II, and quote unquote, we was the best. Albany State was the best Division II HBCU coming into the season, and this was like basically the big rivalry. We were still making our run to basically play for the SIEC championship, even though we was depending on other teams to beat other teams for us to get in there. We like, man, we got to lead this all out here. You know what I mean? And with that being said, I say I didn't step into my leadership role being vocal and everything until that game. And I feel like I say, when the NFL Draft Diamonds had posted me, as I put in the list of questions that he had asked me, I say being an introvert and like being a quiet, I say kind of I say that because there were some younger guys I see I could have if I was more vocal. Just from me having experience and playing with older guys back from 2018, 2019 and stuff like that. So I got that game and I'm like, man, this it. Like we gotta leave it all out here, man. I played with my broke hand and everything like that. And I ended up having a great game, and I didn't know what was gonna happen after the season. After I finished that game, we ended up winning. We ended up shutting down the best running back in HBCU Division II, and we ended up winning the game. So after the season, I found out I had to get surgery and everything. But after that game, I was in like excruciating pain in my back, my shoulder, because like I left it all out there, man. I thought I broke my sternum. Hey man, it was crazy. And I'm like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna keep playing ball, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I went into like mental depression and just thinking about a lot. You know what I mean? Even though I have some plans on succeeding in life other than ball, but like this is my primary goal of just, you know what I'm saying, conquering my dream of playing for the NFL and everything like that. So that's what was going on there. And then I would say I just got surgery Monday. And the NFL Draft Diamonds had posted me. And I was wondering, like, oh, snap. You know what I mean? I didn't think none of it. Like, okay, he posted me, da-da-da-da. And I checked my inbox on Twitter. and I seen I was getting invited to the NFL Combine in Rochester, New York. And like, man, I was excited, man. Like, it gave me a rush, and it gave me something to look forward to now. So I'm recovering from my surgery that I just had Monday. I'm planning on being ready for the Combine, April 3rd, 4th. It was something like that. I have to look at it again, but I'm looking forward to giving them and showing my talent there at Rochester, and just letting them know like I can get it done, and I'm one of the guys that can make it happen on the football field.
You sound really inspiring and a hard worker, and I wish you nothing but the best of luck.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me on here.
Yep. I'll definitely stay in touch with you.
Yep, man. Thank you, man.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.
Have a good day.
All right, you too, man.
Thanks.
Yep.